So to summarize, YouTube made a change recently to short form monetization for the partner program. They basically double, or they are going to double. Wait, I forget the numbers. I'm not gonna lie, fake YouTuber. But they made it where you need way more like qualified shorts views in order to make money from shorts. And that will even apply to people, I'm pretty sure, who are already in the partner program like right now, which doesn't affect me that much because I never really relied on or tried to make money through shorts. I make more money through long form. Even long form, I've only heard about them doing that to shorts. Or well, so I think they are increasing it for long and short form, but people in the partner program aren't going to have a difference on their long form ones, I think. Whereas with shorts, you're going to have to make, what is it, 10 million views within the last something days. It was a whole thing. But yeah, in general, the requirements are gonna need more watch hours than they used to for people trying to get into the program, which that on its own isn't the worst thing, but it does just inherently suck for anybody that's like trying to get partner. And then like people were saying it was supposed to be to combat like the AI slop channels that have been speed running to monetization. But the thing is, I feel like just moderating AI content better would make more sense than just increasing the requirements. Because part of the thing with the AI content is that even if you double the workload that they have to do, it's AI. They're still gonna just keep generating it. It's not like a person's editing it. It's not like you're making, I don't really get how that was supposed to help with that, if that's what it was meant to do. What's good, Alexa? How we feeling? Like, am I bugging? I'm trying to figure out how was that supposed to help against AI channels if the AI channels aren't doing human labor in the first place? Did it really make it that much harder for them? I don't get it. I think I saw somewhere that they're gonna give better payouts though. Wait, what? I haven't heard about that. I don't know. But now apparently, and Moist Critical himself will explain better because I'm sure he looked even further into it. But basically views are gonna count easier than they did. And when on paper, you might hear that and be like, oh, that's a good thing, right? Because I forget, there's like a specific amount of time somebody had to watch for it to actually count as a view, meaning that if somebody just clicked it and then clicked off, it wouldn't necessarily count as a view. Now, apparently stuff like that will count as a view. And here's the thing, that doesn't matter for monetization. Like, and if they don't get to an ad, like if you don't get to your mid-rolls, it's not gonna be much of a difference from before. It's just gonna inflate the numbers. So I don't know what that's supposed to help. Is it supposed to just help people's dopamine receptors? Like, is it just supposed to make people feel good because their video have number go up? Because ultimately, I don't see how it would help. I think it may be easier for you to land on sponsors, but sponsors don't just look at any sponsor that's like knows what the fuck they're doing isn't just looking at click views. They also have to look at your watch time and shit too, especially if they're going through the back end thing where they can actually see your media kit. I mean, I'm sure there are some sponsors that just look at click, like just the number, but I mean, I guess that's possible. Maybe not all of them actually. I mean, theoretically, the best sponsors aren't just worried about the number itself, but more about whatever community you have. But yeah, I don't know. It's just strange. I don't know exactly what the purpose of this is. Let's see though. Let's see what Charlie gotta say.
I mean, like, what? I don't even know what to say. Like, this.
Wait, he's already tweaking.
New YouTube change is my second least favorite change they've ever made. Second only to dislike.
Look for big. I called from some bet.
Only slightly behind it.
I'm chilling, by the way. Alexa, appreciate you.
On almost the same level of baffling stupidity to even have the idea, and even more befuddling to pull the trigger on actually implementing this idea. YouTube has made a habit out of just going hog wild on changes that not a single soul on the planet has ever asked for, and there's a chance
I'm genuinely confused what this is for. That's why
that not a single sentient organism has ever thought of until YouTube farted them out. because these ideas are just so silly. And
wait a minute, hang on. Is view botting a thing for platforms like YouTube? Because if it is, I just realized, wouldn't this just make botting easier? Wait, I'm confused now.
And wacky. It's like when you take a shit, you're probably not thinking about eating the poop, but YouTube, they get in there like a pinworm.
New
and they
partner
say,
requirements? No, there's another change after that. What's good, Lena?
The hell with it. Send it, launch. And they do, like removing dislikes because their feelings got hurt over Rewind. And now today they
That's still funny to me.
Completely changing the way that YouTube views on long form content are calculated publicly. Starting August 24th, views will count the moment a video begins to play with no minimum watch time. The first frame of a video will count as a view now across all formats, VOD, Shorts, and Live. We're standardizing views to reflect creators' true exposure across YouTube, making it easier to show their value to brand partners.
Wait, Paswan, you were right. That is why they... Well, my thing is, I feel like to any brand partner worth anything, that doesn't mean much, but I guess YouTube thinks it does, so fuck do I know. But no, Paswan, you were right. Apparently they said to show their value to brand partners. But the thing is, like, the reason why, in my opinion, that doesn't matter that much is because it's not... Oh my God, wait, this is gonna change the way I have to look at impression click-through. Is impression click-through gonna even matter anymore? Because they're saying this right here, that's a view. Well, I feel like that's just not reflecting reality. Somebody could dead accidentally click on your video and apparently that's a view now. I'm struggling to think of how that could possibly, and then at the end of the day, if the watch time is down and it's not going to get pushed in the algorithm because of it, and if on the back end, YouTube is seeing that people clicked on and clicked off and that they didn't watch even to the 30-second mark, because mind you, that is something. Hold on, let me show y'all. What's good, Techni? Let me just pick. I don't even want to pick one that's doing. I'll just pick my newest one that's public. Like, all of this data matters. So what's the point in just making more views just randomly? Oh wait, this one doesn't have enough for me to. Fuck it, I'll just use this one because it'll for sure have data. Wait, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. I'll make sure to watch all the videos I click on mistake now. One thing is, on the back end, I feel like it doesn't sound like anything's changing on the back end. And this like plays a big part into how the videos like recommended and stuff. I'm pretty sure. So they're telling me that if I post a video and instead of this gradual thing, it's a sharp drop in retention immediately because people are clicking off, it will still count those views. So it might still say like thousands. It's just weird because, wait, my brain is struggling to figure out how to say what I'm trying to say. But like, when the impression click-through thing matters because it shows how many people, like impressions is like, okay, I might be explaining this the complete wrong way, but like impression click-through is like, an impression is like, let's say this video right here, I think technically I would count as an impression, right? Or am I confused? And then click-through, or like the rate of which people click it from the impression, is this is an impression already. This is me actually choosing to click it. But if I do that and then 1 second in, I'm like, oops, I didn't mean to click that, and I click off, but a bunch of people did that. So now this video has like thousands of views. On the back end, it's still, I don't understand. Wait.
This update won't impact creator earnings or YouTube partnership program eligibility.
So yeah, it doesn't affect any of those things. So why change it?
So if you have a video,
I feel like I'm missing something.
For a split second, like scroll to one, autoplays, that counts as a view publicly. Now, they do mention that they still have engaged viewer metrics, which is kind of the...
That's the part that matters, engaged views. That's the... See...
the old way of calculating it, where you need a viewer to stick around for... It was about like 30 seconds on long form content, which is like an actual view and something that's been standard on the platform.
Yeah, that's why, like... Oh my god, wait. Can I reopen it? Add a new... Well, they didn't add a metric. They just changed how one that already exists will be represented. Like basically, if a bunch of people clicked on the first frame of this video and then immediately clicked off, before they wouldn't count as views. Whereas let's say an extra 100 people clicked on and clicked off immediately, this would still just say 247 views. Is that what they're saying? Like, it's not even... Honestly, it would make more sense if they just added it and put another random ass analytical term on it so I could know to count it differently than my actual views. This is just confusing. Like, I feel like it's just gonna make people feel good because numbers slightly bigger. But it's like, but does that matter if it's not representing the actual people that like watched the video? I swear, like, this can't be. Because again, the most important thing that I look at now in the engagement is, look, it literally tells you how many people are still watching at around the 30-second mark, because that's like a pretty important thing. So what the fuck is the point in having people... What?
For ages. Now they're going the way of shorts calculation, which is even if you like fall asleep and it just starts doom scrolling, every single thing that it hits is going to count as a view there. Just
it's basically like TikTok views,
which is completely useless.
And the thing is, like,
is going to explode YouTube views, obviously, but it's not real. It's just a vapid fake number. It's just phony baloney nonsense, really. And the sentence there where they said it's going to help you stand out to brand partners, no the fuck it's not. Brand partners are going to maybe do deals for like a month under these new programs with these channels that are getting millions of views.
Yeah, and then like when they don't actually make more money, because because the actual, oh my god, I can't remember the advertising terms for like the different pathways that people like click through from advertisements. But when that number doesn't actually change for them, they're not gonna be just giving us money for fake numbers that go up on YouTube. That's what I was thinking when we first start talking about like sponsors. I'm like, that may work if the sponsors are stupid, but they're gonna stop giving people money when they realize the actual money they're making back has not gone up at all. It's just a fake number that did on YouTube's end. Like, it doesn't actually increase the amount of viewers that are viewing the ads. I'm so confused.
Like,
why?
It's so silly. And the only channels that stand to benefit from this are the channels that you don't want to thrive here, the ones that have already poisoned shorts, which is AI, clickbait, and just fucking endless amounts of slop, mainly AI slop. This now incentivizes them.
Oh yeah, true. Clickbait is more incentivized.
The SCP protocol here and go on to long form now, because now they can thrive there too, and they already have been thriving in long form.
I didn't even think about that, because before, if you could tell a video was blatantly clickbait within the first like few seconds, you could just click off and it wouldn't boost them in the like their number wouldn't go up. Now. Yeah, so, okay, I see why people are comparing this to the dislike button thing. It's because now views isn't even a good, like, just straight up looking at the views of a video isn't a good representation of whether or not the video is popular anymore. Like, you know how you could see a certain type of video getting recommended? You're like, wait a minute, the views are kind of high on this. Why are people watching this? And click on it. Now, it could be folks aren't watching this. It's clickbait, and they clicked off in the first 5 seconds, but the views still look like folks are watching it. What the fuck? It's almost, if anything, fucking up the social aspect of the website. What the hell? But okay, the thing that I'm still struggling to understand is, what does this actually do for YouTube? Like, I get how it's useless for us, but why is YouTube wanting to do it specifically? What's incentivizing them to do it? Are they saying like brand advertisers will work with YouTube itself more based on this? Because again, I feel like that won't happen if any of those brand partnerships are not stupid. Like, what would make them invest more for essentially the equivalent of botted views? Are they hoping that the views being boosted is going to make other people click on videos more and generate more actual views because of what I just said? I guess that does make sense from their perspective. But
even with,
I feel like just making the system of recommending videos in itself work better would just go a lot longer of a way, because again, it would just be real. You want to rival with IG in terms of brand partnerships? How so? I don't know for sure, but I would assume YouTube is miles ahead of Instagram when it comes to brand partnerships, based on how like the whole structure of their ads on YouTube just seems like they would be. Instagram just gets money straight from Meta. Like, I'm trying to think, the only time you ever even encounter ads on it, like you encounter them scrolling now sometimes, or like in your stories, but like YouTube is literally like run on ads. Also, Instagram don't even pay folks. Instagram don't even pay shit. Yo. Ads are partnerships with the creators. Well, the thing is, like, partnerships that go directly to the creator doesn't really benefit the platform like that. That's what's confusing me. Like, if I get a sponsor for my YouTube video, that doesn't do shit for like YouTube or Google, as far as I know. Like, if it's directly with me, like let's say I'm getting paid X amount of money to put a 30-second sponsored segment in my YouTube video. I do all of that off the platform and edit it into the video. It doesn't change anything on their end in terms of, you know what I mean? That's why I'm confused why they're doing this and why they're acting like it's for, like they're acting like the only benefit they've listed is for people who didn't ask for this, who are also saying this wouldn't benefit. So I'm genuinely trying to, like, something's not
metric calculation. This now just incentivizes it more and pushes normal creators to once again really heavily consider just clickbaiting, so that way they get you in the door right away. Like, K-pop Demon Hunters did what? And it's them bending over fucking full goatsy or something. Like,
what?
Just to get a click, because now that counts as a view, whereas before it didn't. Because if you got clickbaited, you'd probably click off in a handful of seconds. That would never register as a view, so you could never capitalize on that.
I'm so lost on why YouTube is doing this, regardless of if it's good for us or not.
That. And again, it does nothing for brand partners, because if they start working under these fake numbers instead of like requesting engaged viewer numbers, then those brands are fucking dumb, and they're going to feel a huge hit to their
that's what I said
when they see no return off all of these phony baloney views, these fucking horseradish views that aren't real.
Bro, wait, oh my god, why do I feel validated? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, imagine every brand is just stupid and they all increase their advertising budget specifically because of this dumbass metric. Like, they're not going to make the money back because the actual increase is not going to be there in terms of like people actually converting to sales from the ads. I don't understand.
And you can easily gamify this. Like, I saw Spiffing Brit give a little infinite money glitch that is a little tongue-in-cheek, but would actually work, where you just instruct your viewers to just F5 over and over again while you have a sponsorship enabled with uncapped CPM.
Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Wait, I didn't think about that because I've never had an uncapped CPM type.
Could farm an unbelievable amount of money through doing that if it's just the public views instead of engaged views.
Hang on, I didn't know brands actually pay that way. Wait, how common is uncapped CPM sponsorships? People do that for long form? I for sure heard about that for short form because short form is all about fast views, and like views have been counted like this basically on short form for forever. That's why Instagram views look so crazy. And it just makes more sense because like to do it on short form. Paid based on views. Yeah, like people are genuinely doing uncapped pay-per-view. Pay-per-view? Wait, that technically means pay-per-view is an actual term that technically JBro got put onto game. I don't even understand how one would land that type of sponsorship very easily, but hey,
and I don't
maybe
think that's going to happen because I don't think brands are going to really care about the public view. I don't think anyone's going to care about the public view because everyone is going to know it's not real. And it just really made botting services extremely happy. You know they just
oh my god,
blew a load
I was right.
Britches right there. They got a fucking
there is
fat
botting
wet spot in those trousers because now bots are going to be so pivotal to a lot of these like AI slop factory protocol. Like this is like, and not only that, just also normal YouTubers that are trying to like stand out might just start doing botting. That's going to be much more effective now that it doesn't have to like have a certain amount of time that it sticks around. Just a single frame is all it takes. Bro,
so
botting services are absolutely going to be popping off. No doubt. Like, yes, YouTube does have like anti-botting measures in place, but they're not perfect. Nope.
Dude, I remember back in the day when comment botting used to be so bad. Like, I'm talking about, you could not go into any comment section without most of the most upvoted comments being fake profile pictures of the YouTuber themselves trying to get people to click links. Like, it was rancid, bro. Like, it was bad back in the day. I remember it took so long for them to figure out how to fix that shit too. Like, it was bad. Y'all remember that? But also, hang on. Why doesn't YouTube, like YouTube never even, I feel like when they make these kind of changes, they don't even put out a newsletter where they're like, hey guys, we're thinking about implementing this, this, and that based on this feedback. Then people could be like, no, we don't want that. They just drop an update on our foreheads. And we're just like, why? What was this, what meeting possibly happened where somebody decided that they should do this? And why didn't they ask us? Why didn't they ask me? Oh wait, I kind of forgot. This is gonna have to move. Where do I put this? Up here? Yeah, let's put it up here for now. Because I forgot I have that little call to action thing. Yeah, this is strange. I don't understand.
Platform has perfect protection from bots. It, like, I mean, look at Shorts, for example. Like, and that's only going to be now even more prevalent because it's not just Shorts, now it's long form too.
YouTube is moving to an exposure-based model for views across all formats, meaning a view will now be counted the moment a video begins to play from the very first frame. Hello Insiders, I'm Rene Ritchie, a longtime creator now working at YouTube, and here's what's up. Last year, YouTube moved to an exposure-based model for Shorts views. This year, starting August 24, YouTube will be expanding that model to long form.
Oh, excuse me, I'm wiggling in my seat. Oh, I can't help myself.
I also feel like this is gonna make it a lot harder to, wait, I just realized this might break vidIQ. Because vidIQ like gives an estimate, which is not perfect already, it's an estimate, but it gives an estimate of earnings based on views and stuff, and like I guess the maybe probably the default settings of mid-roll ads for like the video length and everything. But now it's gonna be so confused because you could dead see a video with this many views, but it's earning like a video that should have half as many views. I mean, not that it's anybody's business to tell, like, I don't personally want to click on every video and just be like, they're making this amount of money. But like, I'm just thinking about it. It's just going to be weird. Because again, the actual monetization is not going to be better. If people click off my video in the first few seconds, but it still counts as a view, I'm still not getting paid for that view.
Self here, please. I don't mean to interrupt, but my hand is raised. Can I ask a quick question? How did that work for shorts? Are shorts in a really good spot? Is shorts on YouTube synonymous with high quality content that's being churned out? Or
it's a valid thing to think
has it been
about.
Degraded into a complete cesspool of AI slop that even YouTube themselves is trying their absolute best to combat night and day to no avail, fighting an endless battle of these slop factories that are churning out infinite amount of content all hours of the day, every single second, just to capitalize off of this kind of shit. That's
also why I didn't understand the logic behind them making, like, increasing the amount of watch time that you need for a for the YouTube partner program. How could that possibly combat AI when AI is already generating? Part of the problem with AI is it's generating it at an unreasonable rate. Like, AI can generate the videos way faster and still get that watch time up way faster than the person who's grinding to try to actually become a YouTube partner. I don't understand the logic behind just making it harder when a robot is just gonna. Do you think the AI is gonna get tired? Like, I don't understand. And then like the whole like upkeeping however many views in the last, what is it, 30 or 90 days? I forget. What made them think that's going to make it harder for the AI?
I don't really think you should be taking lessons from the way Shorts is functioning right now for long form. Because while long form obviously has its problems with the same thing, AI slop and those content farms, I've yapped about it quite a bit, it's not nearly to the level of degeneracy that's on Shorts.
Well, because before, if you clicked on a video and it was AI bullshit, you could just click off and it wouldn't count as a view. And then it wouldn't get recommended with like 8 million views and make people think it's a good video. It's funny because before I even got to this video, when I opened YouTube earlier,
they've ever made,
and I saw a thing that said, oh my God, it's not here anymore, but it was on my homepage. And it said like a live action concept video for something that, as far as I know, doesn't have a live action adaptation. And my first thought was, I saw it and I saw it had a bunch of views and it was on my homepage and I was like, oh shit. But then I was like, oh, Dead Space, that's what it was. But then I was like, wait a minute, I haven't heard about a Dead Space live action. This might just be a full AI trailer. Are you telling me that's gonna happen but worse? Because normally people would click on, if they see it's AI slop, they'd be like, this is AI bullshit. It's not going to get to 1 million views, and it's not going to be on my homepage as easily. Unless I'm literally browsing AI bullshit.
Why? Like what? How is there not a lesson being learned right now with what's going on with fucking YouTube Shorts? Are they just so blinded by the big number, like 200 billion views a day on Shorts or whatever? Now they want it to long form? Like, oh, we have 200 billion YouTube Shorts views. Now let's extend that to long form where we can just artificially inflate all these numbers for exposure. These fucking.
But why do they? YouTube is already the video platform. Why do they need this?
A frame of your video, bang, that counts. So now we have big number time to celebrate. But it's not real. It's not legitimate. It's useless. And you yourself on the website even talk about how this has no effect on monetization. So like, you're not paying creators more for these big views. It's imaginary. The creators aren't getting paid more. Brands certainly won't pay them more. And in fact, I would even see a world where they might start paying less because there's so little trust in what the views represent anymore. They would need like thorough analytics on the engaged views. But I think there's a chance that, you know,
honestly, yeah,
YouTubers probably get even worse deals from these brands because they
now know the views are
what's being provided through the material.
Yeah,
anymore.
what the fuck?
It's just like there's no winner.
The value of a view is about to drop
AI
based on this.
Clickbait.
Wait, I just realized it's basically like how inflation works. It's legit just inflation. Like the value of the views themselves will drop because the views are just fake. Almost like if you print a bunch of fake bills that are meant to represent debt, the value of the actual dollar drops. It's crazy.
Just to get that first frame view, that first frame click, and botters. Outside of that, I don't see who this actually benefits, except for people that
it's genuinely
like to see
crazy
big number. But if it doesn't mean anything, what's the point of big number? I don't
like, brother.
I don't understand.
Okay, hold on. Why'd they wait till I start making money on YouTube to start doing all bullshit? Why'd they wait between? Why'd they wait until I started being like an actual YouTuber to start doing all the bullshit? What do you mean?
I don't understand it. I really don't. It just opens the door to just exploitation and just a further degradation of the content that gets posted onto YouTube. Once again,
thankfully, I was not like a big shorts creator, so that last thing didn't affect me much. But it's still, it's just crazy. Like, why are they?
It's not doing anything to help normal people that are trying to like make it on YouTube, because none of these new view calculations are going to matter to making it into the partnership program, which they just doubled the requirements for. So you still need to hit the engaged views and like the quality.
Mind you, when I first saw this on Twitter, I was like, oh, is that a good thing? Because they've said you need more views to get into partner program. So now they're saying you're gonna count views easier. No, it doesn't matter. It's still not engaged views, so it doesn't matter. So why is it there? For what?
Qualified watch hours, which these do not count towards. So it's completely vapid useless.
Podcasts, live streams, all formats. YouTube is doing this to ensure consistency across the platform, to make sure every moment of connection between creator and audience is captured, and so that there's no confusion or fragmentation.
If anything, they should have just added it as a completely separate metric.
Can use this updated, standardized count to better understand views across formats and to better communicate the full scale of audience impact to brand partners and sponsors.
Why do they?
But how does a first frame of my video count as audience impact? What were them niggas impacted by? Pixels? One frame of pixels? What do you mean audience impact? They didn't even watch. I can't. Yo, who wrote this? I need to know who wrote this announcement, bro. I need to know who wrote this announcement, bro. They need to talk to some lawyers and learn how to bullshit better. What do you mean?
Trying to flex that as though it's the truth. It's not. You will not be able to use this as a leverage with brand partners that are at least activating a few neurons, because this new exposure metric, the fucking exposure dollars here, is illegitimate. It's not representative of what the brand is actually going to be exposed to in the audience. So let's say you're presenting with 1 million views, but...
Talking about some fucking exposure. I'll show you exposure. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, I'll show you exposure. You want exposure? Huzzah! Like, okay, my fault. That joke was not worth me booting up Logitech G Hub. I'll be honest.
A lot of those are just first frame views because you clickbaited them. They are never even going to see the advertisement from the brand, so your performance with them would be fucking terrible, and brands are going to be aware of that.
Dude, brands might deadass think, wait, oh shit. It's kind of like what people were saying about Twitch when it came to like view botting, where it's like their advertisers aren't even getting their money's worth, or what they think their money's worth would be, because they're like if they're playing ads on a stream that's supposed to have 100,000 views, so they, or like if a sponsor is paying a streamer that has like 100,000 viewers average, first of all, who the fuck are they, Hassan? But if they are, yeah, I don't know.
So they're instead going to just ask you for the metrics, the advanced analytics on your engaged views and watch time there. If this actually had an effect on overall watch time,
oh yeah, it is gonna be like, it is gonna be like when Twitch sponsors ask you to send your like a screenshot of your CCV and whatever the fuck.
There's a lot of people that are gonna click on videos And maybe they'll hear an AI voice, instantly leave. Maybe they realize they got clickbaited, or just decide, I don't really want to stick through this video. They didn't get hooked. They'll leave. And all of that's going to be counted as a view, no matter what. So, like, you're never even going to see those ads. So you're not going to be able to leverage that. It's worthless. I don't think this is going to have an effect on overall viewership retention, like that metric, because it seems like they preserved that on the back end. But if they didn't, that would be catastrophic, obviously. But yeah, I think they're way off in how this can present to brands. You know what this really reminds me of? It smells like that classic Fextra Life stink. Do you remember a while back, and this had gone on for a long time, Fextra Life on Twitch would have tens of thousands of viewers for every single fucking stream they were doing, no matter what the game was. Even if they were playing, you know...
Wait, I don't know this creator, but is he saying what I was just saying?
And
but in a way that makes more sense.
Sorry, but like the point is, no matter what Fextra Life was doing on Twitch, they have tens of thousands of viewers, but only like 5 people active in the chat. So people thought they were botting. Well, it turns out what they were doing is just embedding their stream on their website in the top corner, very, very small, auto-playing on every single page. So anyone that was on their website was counting as a viewer on Twitch. And obviously, if you're trying to sell to brands with like tens of thousands of viewers, the expectation is there's tens of thousands of people actively watching. But that wasn't the case.
Wait.
It was only like ever a handful.
It's like the most roundabout version of view botting. Wait, I didn't even know impression farming in that way. They had to have patched that, right? I didn't know you could possibly impression farm like that.
Full of people watching, and the rest was just inflated numbers through just being embedded on their website on every single page. So they had crazy viewership numbers that weren't real. That is the exact same DNA here. It is just these crazy inflated numbers that aren't representative of people that have ever even watched the content. Like you can't. I don't know how they think that this is going to work with brands. It can't. It just can't. And they're not going to be so stupid that they don't realize that. And I don't know why they're trying to present this like it's something people have been wanting, this standardization of views. I think any sensible person recognizes that a short view is night and day to a long form view. These are very different and should be calculated differently. They shouldn't be the same. They shouldn't be one frame to count as a view. Because with long form, that's not a view. That's nothing. They didn't engage with the content. They didn't even watch it. That could have been an accident, just like it is oftentimes on shorts.
Yeah, even with shorts, the only reason why the views by themselves matters is because it's like a signal. Like if you get consistently high views, that means it's a signal that your content is getting pushed to people's For You page, which is still useful for shorts, but it's like, it's not even meant to represent somebody engaging with your content. It's just meant to be like, oh, bet whatever I'm doing is putting my video in the right places where people get the impressions. That's why it's like fine for shorts to be, in my opinion, at least, that's what I thought, like why it's fine for shorts to be calculated that way. Even though, again, apparently it was backfiring on YouTube. I didn't know that. I didn't know how bad it was with shorts because, like I said, I don't focus on shorts for my channel. In fact, even back when I was posting hella on TikTok and Instagram, I still was not prioritizing shorts just because the system for uploading shorts takes like 7 steps. Like you have to go through like the different pages, just like when you're posting a long form video, and set the settings correctly. So it's like inherently annoying to do. So I never delved that deep into like the short side of YouTube for that reason.
Why would they be doing that? Other than to just inflate the numbers across the board on their platform to make it look like long form is really close to like short form views now, even though short forms has really taken over because of so much slop and all the AI generated content that has been infesting it. But it's worthless to like an actual user or creator.
And viewers will know when they see a view count, it's all based on the same model from that first frame. All new videos uploaded after the changes on August 24, 2026 will show the updated first frame view count. All videos uploaded prior to the change will keep their existing view count up until the change. Historical view totals will not be updated retroactively, but following the change, new views on those videos will follow the updated first frame count. To compare performance more consistently before and after the change, creators can use the engaged views metric in YouTube Studio. An engaged view means the viewer stayed to watch past the first frame and initial seconds. It's how all views were counted historically, which is why they're useful for historical comparisons.
So they obviously recognize that there is value in having like the real views, which is the engaged views, versus these artificially inflated ones just because a frame was flashed in front of somebody's face like a subliminal message. That's
Yeah, I
not
don't
a
get
view.
it.
And there's no real benefit for this. There
I
isn't,
genuinely
except for,
don't get
like,
it.
big number, but again, if big number's not real, what can you do with it? And not only is it not beneficial, I believe it is overall detrimental and further incentivizing creators to just do AI slop and clickbait. Because anything that gets you in the door for that first frame. I just think it sucks. I don't think there's anything good or anything to celebrate about this change. I don't think it's as bad as dislikes being removed. Like, I feel like dislike removal is still the single worst thing YouTube has ever done to their platform, but this isn't that far behind either. This is just a further enshittification of the platform that is going to incentivize more and more garbage to infiltrate it and contaminate it and pollute it. I don't know how this would even make it past the think tank. Like, I feel like at this point, YouTube is predominantly communicating with shorts creators and these content farms because, again, it's like billions, hundreds of billions of views a day through just
It's
shorts.
just,
So now
it's so strange to me because like YouTube, like I said, is the video platform still. Like, you know how people say Twitch isn't going anywhere no matter how much people complain about it because it's still the #1 streaming platform and they have like such a, I wouldn't call it a monopoly exactly, but you know what I mean? Like, no matter how many people, like, again, Kick is second, but still, Kick is so far behind in general, just off of the sheer amount of people that use Twitch. And like, I feel like YouTube is like that even more so for videos, but for long form videos specifically. So it's a little weird that they're trying to cater so hard to shorts in order to catch up with like, with other, with like TikTok and Instagram, when it's just like, brother, I remember when Instagram tried to compete with YouTube and do the IGTV shit before there was even Reels, and it flopped horrendously because YouTube is just so much farther ahead as a video platform. So I don't know why they're like doing things that's gonna nerf long form, which is the thing that nobody can touch them on, just so that they can maybe catch up in short form.
Laser focused on what they say. And I do know that what some of them say, at least a good chunk of these YouTube Shorts professionals, is that they don't like the discrepancy between their Shorts views and their long form views. So you'll find that people that are very active on Shorts as their primary interaction with the platform, a lot of those channels have millions and millions and millions of subscribers and are getting millions of views on their Shorts. But when you look at their long form videos, like their actual videos, edited piece of content, some of them have like 2,000 views, if that. Like sometimes even less than that, despite millions of subscribers and millions of Shorts views. So
yeah,
they often are, calling the wambulance about that because it doesn't look good. And I imagine some of them have voiced that concern to YouTube. So now YouTube's been convinced that it's an issue they've got to tackle. So that way now long form views can play by the same rules that the Shorts views have, that people have been able to endlessly farm through this fucking garbage. It's like, I just don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't see any benefit to the platform for it.
Engaged views will also remain the view metric used to qualify for Shorts ad and premium revenue sharing in the YouTube Partner Program and for monetization and revenue calculation across all videos. And
you know that these are worthless views, otherwise they...
Yeah, so basically, if I just look at my channel like this to try and see how good a video did, nothing that I see here matters anymore after this update. Fairs, I guess. Fairs? See, and the thing that's crazy, hold on. Was it here? No, it was on my latest regular video. Or not this one. So in my comments here, because I talked a little bit about like YouTube stuff and like having a reaction channel and like building community and all that shit. And I mentioned how when you go to your subscriptions feed, Wait, what the fuck? It says latest now. What? Oh, but it's only showing lives. What? Like, look, what's going on? Okay, now this is in order, right? But then it cuts to short. What? Okay. Okay, it looks like this stuff is in order. 4 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Am I tweaked? Hold on. Let me see something. Because in this video, example, this is not me complaining, okay? Because in a 100 view video, you maximize one, ignore that, it's on my OBS, whatever, or follow my Twitter. I don't even see what the latest upload is for my subscriptions immediately. Like, look. Yeah, it says latest, right? But in the first row, 17 hours ago, I clicked the drop down 6 hours ago, but it was showing me what it thinks, like based on the content that I've clicked on recently. Basically, my subscription tab is still operating kind of like a For You page, or at least it seemed like it. Because I watch a lot of FNS videos. Obviously, I watched the Sidemen videos a decent amount. I've clicked on this person's channel a few times recently, and then another FNS video. It was showing me that before something that was uploaded just a few hours ago, because I click this channel less, or I click this guy's videos less, I guess? Like, I don't even know for sure. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I mean, now like all the lives are at the top, but that used to be like that by default. Like lives would just stay at the top. I mean, at least it looks like this is in order. Yeah, I'm confused. Okay. Wait, nope, not even. 4 hour. Oh, because it's the most relevant tab. Wait, I'm confused. How do I fix it? Do I just have to click show more? Because look, it says latest, right? But latest is only showing live streams, not like latest uploads. Then I look at most relevant, and in order, 4 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 4 hours ago. How do I make this just be in order? I don't understand. Oh my God, wait, I forgot about Vision Quest. I haven't even seen the Vision Quest trailer. Yeah, I don't know, chat, bro. I'm confused at these decisions YouTube is making. Like, I swear they're actively nerfing. Oh yeah, that's why I pulled up the video. Somebody commented. They said, I've been with you on this channel. Wait, no. Which one? The one that came from World of Warcraft. Here we go. I caught your World of Warcraft reaction to the cinematics and enjoyed them. I've always tried to keep up with your uploads, and weirdly, YouTube would hide you for some reason. Like, before I realized they like, I don't know when exactly they changed the subscription tab to not just be in order like it used to be. But for a long time, I genuinely didn't realize anything changed until I would check my subscription page and be like, what the fuck? Am I not subscribed to these people? Like, why am I having to hunt for, like, I'm on my subscription page. I remember when people were mad that like the notifications weren't popping through for uploads. But even still back then, you could at least go to your subscription box and just see everything in order that it was uploaded. But that's crazy. They said they actively tried to keep up, but they wouldn't end up finding you until almost a week. Like, what's the point? It's just crazy. Like, I literally have to rely on, I have to rely on getting a video recommended to the same people, the same exact people that a particular video did well to, because even whether or not that person's subscribed to my channel or not, unless I do the same kind of video and it recommends it like alongside it, I might never see that person again. Or I guess they might never see me again for weeks or months. Like I've went to my subscription page and been like, oh, what the hell? They haven't uploaded in a minute. And then I click on the video and I go to their channel and see they've been posting consistently. And I'm like, oh, so it's just fuck me. What's good, Dio? Are we crashing out about the algo? Bro. Like I don't get the point. I don't understand what YouTube is trying to do. I don't get it. Like, are y'all ready to go to my channel next week? Wait, when are they doing these changes exactly? Wait a minute. Wait, when is this starting? Did they already change it? Hold on. Oh, my fault. I have to, the actual YouTube Twitter page is like useless. They're just tweeting memes. I forgot. I have to go, what is it? YouTube updates, YouTube creators. Like, what do I have to look at, bro? Yup. I'm getting rage baited. Hold on. Starting August 24th, right? So after a week from now, prepare to go to my channel and see every single video I have with 10K views and me making no extra money. Do not ask me how I'm doing after August 24th. I didn't even mean to press that button, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know, it's just strange. It's legit just strange.